Okay, so we'll into chapter 2, motherboard. Okay, so basically motherboard is the basic component of your computer. It is the most important component of your computer. So motherboard, usually, okay, the main function of motherboard, okay, is to house the CPU and allow other device to communicate with the CPU. Siapa tu? Okay, boleh saya sambung
Boleh, sir.
Okay, so motherboard or M-board, okay, so it is an integrated circuit that house the CPU, okay. So the main function of the motherboard is to house the CPU, okay, Central Processing Unit. So CPU is the brain of your computer. All the processing, okay, will be performed by the CPU. Okay, so the main function of the motherboard is to house the CPU and allow other component, other hardware to communicate with the CPU. So basically, we have two basic form factor or type of the motherboard. Okay, we have AT motherboard. Okay, this is the older motherboard, and the newest one, which we call it ATX motherboard. Okay, we have a subcategory for all these type, okay, such as baby ATX, okay, mini ATX, mini ITX, and so on. Okay, so characteristic of motherboard so differ in overall performance, okay, size, features, case, and power connector. Okay, so basically, if you want to differentiate between different type of motherboard, we will look into the power connector. Okay, for the AT motherboard have two port for the power connector. Okay, for the ATX motherboard, it's only have one port for power connector. Okay, we call it as P1. Okay, so kalau yang 80 kita ada PA and P9. So basic function dah sebut dah tadi. Okay, so two type of motherboard that we have. First is AT motherboard. Okay, so this one is considered as the oldest type of the motherboard. Okay, if you can see on your screen, okay, so at the end of this motherboard, okay, at this area, okay, at this area, okay. So this is the power connector for the AT motherboard, okay. So it has two pin. Ada dua pin, two cable. We call it PA and P9, P8 dan P9, okay. So if you look onto your motherboard and you saw this kind of power port, so automatically this is an AT motherboard. Okay, so it is an older type of motherboard. Okay, does not have an integrated port. Okay, AT motherboard usually, okay, doesn't have integrated port. So this is an integrated port. This is example of integrated port. So if you saw that the motherboard have an integrated port, okay, mean that it is an ATX motherboard. Okay, so if the motherboard doesn't have the integrated port, so it is an AT motherboard. Okay, so usually for the AT motherboard, it's only have one integrated port. Okay, that we call it as DIN port. Okay, yang bawah ni at the bottom of your screen. So this is the only integrated port on AT motherboard. Okay, this one. Okay, we call it as a DIN connector ataupun DIN port. So this one usually to connect, okay, all the type of keyboard. Okay, all the type of keyboard. Okay, we call it as DIN connector. Okay, DIN. Okay, DIN connector. Okay. And this one, okay, for the second one, we call it as ATX motherboard. Okay, so 88 motherboard is newer type of motherboard provided provide an integrated port. So this is the basic port that being provided by the latest 88 motherboard. Okay, however, if you plan to enhance the capability of your motherboard, okay, you can always use the system bus to add a new hardware to your computer. Okay, faham tak setakat tu?
Setakat ni faham, sir.
Setakat ni faham. Okay. Lain faham tak? Ada tak? Okay, silap soalan. Ada tak? Kau ada gambar je ni.
Faham, sir.
Ada kan? Okay, so tak faham boleh tanya Saya cepat-cepat lah. Okay. So 88 motherboard. Okay, for the 88 motherboard, okay, we have a couple of variant. Okay, we have micro 88. Okay. So this that mostly used by most of the computer. Okay, micro 88. We have mini ATX. Okay, and eATX. Okay, three type of ATX motherboard. So this one is mostly that will be used by many of the computer. Okay, so it differs in terms of size. Okay, size kalau tengok kan, size ni besar, ini kecil sikit, and then mini. So eATX usually yang high performance. Okay, mainly used for gaming and can be extended to add more memory and CPU. Itu adalah eATX. Okay, kalau micro ATX ini adalah yang biasalah, yang standard industrial standard architecture. Okay, so it will provide you with standard architecture, standard component and etc. Kalau yang mini ATX, okay, it will provide you with a limited number, okay, limited number of component, okay, because it's focused on the size of the motherboard, okay. So usually for portability or to put it into miniature size of case and so on. Okay, so this is example of the network, not network cable, power supply cable. Okay, power supply cable. This one for the AT. So AT, you have two type of power cable. Okay, we call it P8 and P9. Kalau sini P8. This one is P8. This one is P9. Okay, so in order for you to click or to insert this what you call it, this port or this plug, okay, you must put the black cable side by side. Okay, side black cable ni hendaklah letakkan sebelah menyebelah untuk masukkan, combine P8 dan P9 sekaligus. Okay, that one for the AT motherboard. Okay, for the ATX motherboard, it only have one power connector. Satu saja power connector dia. Okay, we call it as P1. Okay, however, dia ada beberapa variant. Okay, dia ada yang 20 pin. Dia ada yang 24 pin. Okay, and then dia ada 20 tambah 4 pin. Okay, so we have three type of P1 power connector. Okay, we have the older one, okay, which is 20 pin. Okay, the newest one, which is 24 pin, and we have a universal, okay, universal version, which is 20 plus 4. Okay, the one that you are seeing right now, okay, this is 20 plus 4. Okay, this is 20, this is 4. Okay. So major component of your computer, okay, we already seen this thing during your first chapter, okay. So the main component will be the processing. Okay, so within the processing you have CPU and chipset. Okay, CPU. So what is the most popular brand of CPU? Brand apa yang popular CPU?
AMD dengan Intel.
Yeah, AMD and Intel. Okay, So basically we have two type of popular CPU. Okay, so which is AMD and Intel. Okay, so if you want for better performance, so we usually look for the Intel chipset or Intel CPU. Okay, however, if you are looking for better graphic and so on, so we will look into the AMD. Okay, and then for the communication, for the communication, we have bus and expansion slot. Okay, so bus is the line on the system board. Okay, the line on the system board that the hardware or component can use to transmit data from one component to another component. Okay, we call it as bus line. Okay, expansion slot, meanwhile, is the capability of the motherboard, okay, to insert a new component or new hardware to enhance its capability. Okay, we call it expansion slot. So usually the only thing that you will add to your motherboard is the graphic card. Okay. So usually you will add a graphic card if you require a better graphic. Okay, maybe if you want to produce a video or you want to do a graphic design and so on. So usually we need a better graphic card. Okay, the thing that being provided by the basic mini ATF, okay, is only provided a basic facility or basic component. Okay, in order for you to have the best performance of your computer, you need to add a new component. Okay, additional component that can enhance the capability of the computer or the motherboard. Okay, next is firmware and setup. Okay, so firmware is and the setup. So usually we have two components here. The first one is system BIOS. So system BIOS is the application software, okay, that can be used to start up your computer. Okay. Another one is CMOS. So CMOS is the system setting. CMOS will store system setting for your computer. And for the electrical system, so usually we have a power supply unit. Okay, we have 80 power supply and 88 power supply. 80 power supply you use PMP9, 88 using P1 power connector. And lastly is temporary storage. So usually we have RAM, okay, random access memory and cache memory. Okay, so on cache memory, usually we have three level of cache memory. Okay, that we will look into it later. Okay, boleh? Faham?
Faham, sir.
Faham. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so kita tengok next. Sebab ini kan dah cover sebenarnya dalam chapter 1 sebenarnya. Saya tu baliklah. Tak bergerak. Okay. Okay, so try to look into this motherboard. Okay, cuba tengok. Ini 80 ke 88 punya motherboard ni?
80.
Okay, why you say 80? Kenapa 80? Kenapa bukan 80X?
Sebab tak ada integrated apa? Tak ingat tu.
Integrated port. Ni ada?
Dekat situ.
Kan? Ada kan?
Ada.
So ini jadi?
80X.
Ya, ATX punya motherboard. Okay, tapi lama lah. Kalau tengok gambar dia pun tak ada color dia kan. Okay, so this one is using slot 1. Okay, yang lama lah, slot 1. Okay, ini Pentium. Okay, biasa Pentium 2. Okay, gunakan slot 1. Tengok slot 1. Yang lama lah. Okay, however nowadays there is no more slot 1 lah. Dah tak ada dah slot 1. Okay, sebab this thing kan mudah patah. Okay, so dia tak gunakan lagi slot 1. Okay, so ini yang kita panggil sebagai expansion slot. Ini yang putih dan hitam ni. Okay, the black one we call it ISA. Okay, ISA, Industrial Standard Architecture. Usually for slow speed hardware such as modem. Okay, yang putih ni kita panggil PCI. Okay, Peripheral Component Interconnect. Usually used for network card, okay, or any kind of modem pun boleh. Okay, and then serial device and so on. Okay, yang nampak ke belakang sikit ni, nampak tak ke belakang sikit tu, this one we call it as AGP. Okay, Accelerated Graphic Port. So AGP slot is used for graphic card. Okay, graphic card gunakan AGP. Okay, so dekat sini biasa ujung, kita akan ada IDE connector. Okay, kalau yang lama dia akan ada 2 IDE connector. Okay, and then satu FDC, okay, floppy disk controller. Yang kat belakang ni, ini adalah floppy disk. Ni floppy disk satu, yang 2 ni adalah IDE. Okay, so ini adalah CMOS battery. Okay, CMOS battery. So ini adalah flash ROM. Okay, BIOS biasa berada kat sini lah biasanya. Okay, cuba tengok yang ni. So ini 80 ke atau 80X?
80X.
Okay, 80X. Okay, you just look into this integrated port. Okay, satu. Yang kedua ialah power supply. Ada satu. Okay. So ini apa dia panggil yang dua ni?
Tak ingat sir.
IDE. Okay. IDE port. Okay, IDE port. So ini kita ada slot bagi RAM. Okay, kalau dulu kita ada 4. Okay, we have 4 slot for RAM. Nowadays, we usually only have 2 slot for RAM. Okay, why? Kalau dulu kita ada 4, sekarang kita ada 2 saja biasanya. Okay, because nowadays you can have one stick with 8GB or with 16GB. Okay, sekarang ini awak boleh ada satu stick RAM tu dengan 8GB ataupun 16GB direct. Kalau dulu, satu chip tu can only store a limited amount of memory. So that's why we need at least 4 to fill up the full bank. Contoh full bank awak adalah 16GB. So in order to have that 16GB, you need to fill up all this slot. Okay. So this one would be PCI slot. Okay. This one will be AGP slot and this is the CPU fan. So underneath dia, di bawah dia, dia ada processor. Okay, so the example of integrated port. So this one would be mouse. This one would be keyboard. Okay, SPDIF, serial port. Okay, USB. So ini biasanya adalah ini 1394 port for camera. This one will be network card or LAN card or RJ45. This one will be your sound port and this one will be parallel port for printer. Okay, so another motherboard. Okay, so this one using slot 1. Okay, slot 1. This one will be ISA. Ini ISA. Yang putih ni adalah PCI. Okay, Peripheral Component Interconnect. Yang masuk ke dalam ini adalah AGP untuk graphic card. Okay, so dekat belakang ni adalah IDE. Yang depan dia ni, yang satu yang pendek sikit ni, ini kita panggil sebagai FDD. Okay, Floppy Disk Drive atau Floppy Disk Controller lah, FDC. Okay, either one Okay, next. Mana? Okay, next. Okay, form factor. Okay, so motherboard form factor. Okay, so what is a form factor? Okay, so form factor dalam bahasa yang mudahnya adalah size lah. Okay, size motherboard. Okay, as you seen previously, for example, for the ATX motherboard, okay, so we have 3 variant here. Okay, ada banyak lagi. Okay, tapi itu adalah antara yang kita boleh tengok lah yang ada pada masa sekarang lah. Okay, itu mini ATX, KE ATX, okay, dan sebagainya. And micro ATX, so itu contoh sahaja. Okay, so form factor ni ialah merujuk kepada size, the size of the motherboard. Okay, the size of the motherboard will determine the size of the computer case. Okay, size computer case akan mengikut size motherboard kita lah. So usually kita ada yang popular yang kita tengok tadi adalah AT dan ATX. Okay. So for the AT motherboard, okay, the only integrated port adalah keyboard plug lah. Yang macam saya sebut tadi. Kalau ada yang keyboard plug satu je integrated port, automatically dia adalah AT. Okay. Kalau ATX, so this is some improvement, okay, of design, okay, in term from AT to ATX. Okay. First is the position of the power supply that enable better air movement. Okay. Kalau previously, usually kita letakkan power supply di bawah. Okay. Nowadays, power supply berada di atas, and then di bawah power supply dia ada satu kipas. Okay. So this fan, okay, will take out the heat from your casing. Okay. And then second is CPU and RAM are placed to enable easier access. Okay. Third, RAM closer to the CPU, okay, to speed up the processing. And the shorter the wire. Okay, and last sekali, use feature called soft power. Okay, this means that they can use software to turn on the PC. Okay, so all the latest technology, okay, they have the thing that we call it soft power. Okay, soft power means that you can start your computer from remote area. Okay, for example, if you at home, you want to start your computer at the office, so you can use a software to give the instruction to your computer to start up your computer at certain time every day. Okay. So that is the form factor. Chipset. So what is a chipset? Okay, so chipset control most of the activity on the motherboard. Okay, and chipset main function is determine type of processor. Okay, saya ajak kat situ. Processor the motherboard accept. Okay, determine type and capacity of RAM. Determine internal and external device the motherboard support. Okay. So that the function of a chipset. So basically, chipset will reduce the burden on the CPU. Okay. Because chipset will share the responsibility with the CPU. So most of the routine tasks will be performed by the chipset. Okay, so usually on your computer or in your computer, we will have two type of chipset. Okay, the first one we call it as a NOT bridge. Another one we call it as a sub bridge. Okay, sub bridge biasa berada di sebelah hujung sebelah sini. Okay, NOT bridge usually between the CPU and the system memory. Okay, kat sini lah. Sini CPU, ini adalah sistem memory. So NOT bridge berada di tengah-tengah dia. Why? Because it control or coordinate the activity or communication between the system memory, system RAM and the system bus. Okay. For the sub bridge, usually dia ada controller. Okay, controller. Okay, controller such as hard disk controller, serial port controller, parallel port controller and so on. Okay, setakat tu boleh follow lagi?
Boleh lagi, sir.
Boleh lagi Alright. Okay, choosing motherboard. So how to choose motherboard? Okay, first we look into the computer specification. Okay, saya cek sekejap. Okay, so to choose motherboard, okay, first kali we look into the computer specification. Okay, and then the form factor that you want to use, okay, and then motherboard manual, computer case, wires, and lastly, how to install those motherboard lah. So we look into it one by one. first is to choose the motherboard. Okay, what motherboard you need? Okay, do you need a regular motherboard? Do you need a high-end motherboard? Are you plan for the individual users or a server users? Okay, and then you decide on the processor. Okay, will you work with Intel or will you want to work with AMD? Okay, either one. So if you want to work with Intel, you must find a motherboard that can fit into the Intel. Okay, so will motherboard work with the CPU? So this thing, if you want, for your group project, okay, for your group project, you must make sure that your motherboard, okay, your CPU is matched with your processor. Okay. If this thing doesn't match, so mean that you cannot use your computer. So it is mandatory to have a CPU that compatible with your motherboard. Okay. And then the next step is the form factor. Okay, what kind of form factor that you want? Do you want a mini ATX? Do you want the micro ATX or do you want the regular ATX or eATX? Okay, either one. So what are the differences between this kind of motherboard? Okay, first is the features and then the size and then the speed. Okay, so usually the more larger or the more bigger your motherboard, okay, more component can be inserted, okay, especially for your server. Okay, server usually can have more than one CPU. Okay, unlike our computer, unlike our laptop and so on, we only rely on one CPU. Okay, because we are the only user of the computer. Okay, however, for a server computer, there will be a lot of user. Okay, the whole world will be using the same resources, the same web pages, the same application, and so on. Okay, so in order to process all those kind of information, we need more processor. Okay, so that's why server computer usually have more than one processor. Okay, next is the motherboard manual. So nowadays this thing is available in term of PDF or website. Okay. Before this, they were provided. Okay. Whenever you buy a computer. Okay. However, nowadays everything is available on the manufacturer website. You have to go there and download this thing. So this thing will provide a guidance on how to manage or how to install all the component on your computer. Next is computer case. So this case must meet the size or form factor of your motherboard. Okay. So we have a couple of type. We have super, ultra tower, full tower, mini tower, and so on. Okay. And small form factor and so on. So it's all depend on the size or form factor of your motherboard. Okay, so this is the wires. So the important wires in your computer, we got power LED, we got reset, we got power SW, and HDD LED. Okay, so this one for to indicate if something is currently being processed by the CPU. So if you saw a red light blinking, so mean that your HDD is currently being accessed by the CPU. Okay, power SW is used to start up your computer. Okay, whenever you click the start button, you actually give it instruction to this wire. Next is to reset SW. Okay, so reset SW is to reset the computer or restart the computer. And this one for power LED, for indicator, for any other processes. Okay, usually the color is green. Okay, for the step 6, okay, so in order to install the new one, you have to remove the older one and you must make sure that this motherboard, okay, fit your casing. Okay, it must fit your casing. If it doesn't fit, so you need to choose another type of case. Okay, you must go back to the previous step, okay, and look the actual size of your motherboard. And you must keep track of your screw, okay, and then Okay, you have to remove the power supply sometime and so on. Okay, motherboard failure. So we have 3 types of motherboard failure. We have catastrophic, okay. We have component and we have ethereal, okay. So ethereal is the most difficult to diagnose, okay, because the computer only shows the symptom, okay, at certain time, okay, such as reboot itself or blue screen of death. Okay, do you know what is blue screen of death? Nak tengok tak blue screen of death?
Pernah sir.
Pernah kan yang screen warna biru? Kalau blue screen of death tak apa. Sebab kan there is a reason why that happen. Okay, ada sebab. Dia akan tulis sebab apa. Contoh RAM dan sebagainya. Yang ada masalah kalau black screen of death. Mean there's nothing wrote ataupun there's nothing written on your screen. Okay, you only have a blinking signal as the indicator. Itu adalah black screen of death lah. Okay, motherboard component. So inilah A to Z of the motherboard. Okay. So A to Z of the motherboard. Okay, kita tengok komponen satu persatu. So this is your computer casing. Okay. So this is your motherboard. Okay. This one we call it as IDE cable. So this is computer fan. This is power supply. This is the place for your DVD. This one usually for your what we call it, floppy disk. Okay, floppy disk. And this one is usually for your hard disk. Okay, and this one is your integrated port. Okay, this one is exhaust fan, and this one is the power cable. Okay, this one. Okay, we call it as a network card or maybe modem. Okay, if you saw there is a 2 port. Okay, kalau nampak ada 2 port, ini adalah modem. Network card biasa 1 port sahaja. Okay, so kita tengok A to Z of the motherboard. A, apa itu A? So ini adalah PCI slot. Okay, PCI slot. So PCI slot ataupun peripheral component interconnect. So used for Ethernet card, sound card and modem. Okay. However, we rarely use this slot anymore lah. Kita dah jarang dah guna PCI slot. Okay. So kenapa kita jarang guna PCI slot? Kenapa?
Tak tahu sir.
Tak tahu? Cuba fikir kenapa kita jarang gunakan PCI slot?
Mungkin barang lama.
Barang lama. Okay, lagi? Kenapa? Okay, ramai sini kan suka senyap semua. Boring lah.
Sebab maybe dia ada kegunaan sangat kot.
Okay, sebabnya dia dah ada integrated dah. Okay, so mostly kan benda yang kita akan tambah dekat kita punya motherboard satu je biasa sekarang ni, iaitu graphic card. Okay. Ataupun lah kecuali lah kalau awak terlibat dengan music kan, nak sambungkan keyboard ke, gitar ke pada komputer, so barulah kita akan gunakan PCI itulah. Okay. Tapi bukan PCI juga, kita guna yang sebelah je tau, PCIe. PCIe lah, but nowadays kan PCI ni dah obsolete lah, tapi still lagi lah ada itu sebabnya tak banyak dah PCI sekarang ni. Okay, next patut B. B apa B? Ini yang 16X. Ini adalah untuk graphic card. Okay, so, biasa kita ada 2 lah. Bukan biasa ada 2. Tengok pada motherboard awak lah. Okay, kalau motherboard awak power, mungkin boleh ada 2 ataupun 4. Okay, kalau setakat regular motherboard mungkin satu saja. Okay, so PCIe 16X replace the AGP. Okay, dia menggantikan AGP slot lah untuk graphic card. Sini adalah SLI. SLI ni adalah untuk kita gabungkan dua graphic card menjadi satu. Okay, bagi siapa yang nak buat animation, or if you really need a good access or good quality of graphic, you can use more than one graphic card together. We call it as SLI or interleaving lah, either one. Next C, C yang kecil sikit tu kita panggil PCIe 1X. Okay, PCI Express, Peripheral Component Interconnect. Okay, Express, E tu Express 1X. Okay, kelajuan dia lah. Okay, so single slot. So usually untuk masuk sound card dan Ethernet card lah biasanya. Okay, tapi benda tu dah integrated dalam komputer kita. Okay, so inilah not bridge chipset kat tengah ni. Okay, so fungsinya ialah allow communication. Okay, between CPU, ini CPU. Okay, ini sistem memori. Okay, and then PCIe slot. Ni lah PCIe slot. Okay, dia fungsi dia macam segitiga bermuda lah. So dia akan control communication di antara CPU, okay, sistem memori dengan PCIe slot. Itu adalah sub bridge chipset. Okay, dia kat dalam ni yang atas ni yang awak nampak ni, ini adalah heatsink. Okay, untuk menyerap haba. Yang nampak macam kaprom ni, ini adalah heatsink. Okay, dia chipset kat bawah dia lah. Okay, so contoh ni. Okay, so ini adalah auxiliary power supply connector, or we call it as ATX 12 volt connector. Okay, the main function is to provide backup power to the motherboard. Okay, to provide extra power to the motherboard. Okay, because regular P1 power connector usually bring 12.4 volt of electrical power. Okay, some motherboard require greater than that. So this power is being provided by the auxiliary power supply connector. Okay, so this one will be CPU fan connection. Okay, CPU fan connection usually berada kat sini lah. Okay, tapi sometimes ada juga kat kawasan sini. So however, okay, always use this location. Okay, sentiasa gunakan lokasi ni, because kat sini this is not for the CPU fan. Okay, this one usually for chassis fan. Okay, dekat kawasan sini ini untuk chassis fan. Chassis fan ni maksudnya kipas yang ada dekat casing awak. Okay, kalau CPU fan dia wajib berada dekat sini. Sebab apa? Sebab dekat dengan CPU. Dia tak akan letak kat sini, sini jauh. Okay, next adalah CPU socket or processor socket. Okay, so processor socket berada dekat sini lah biasanya. Okay, berada kat sini, processor socket. Okay, so ini adalah system memory. So usually we have either 2 or 4 type of system memory. Okay, however nowadays kan biasa jaranglah jumpa 4. Kita akan jumpa 2 lah biasanya. Okay, we call it as slot 1 and slot 2. Okay, and then this one would be the power connector. The power connector, usually this one, we call it as ATX power supply. Okay, so this one will be 20 pin and this one will be 24 pin. Okay, so it's all depend on your motherboard lah. Kalau motherboard awak support 20, so gunakan 20. Kalau motherboard awak support 24, so gunakan 24. Okay, ataupun macam tadi saya kata beli yang universal lah, iaitu 20 tambah 4. So kita boleh pakai lah di mana-mana sahaja. Okay, next adalah IDE. So ini dah obsolete dah jarang, bukan jarang, rasa memang awak tak jumpa dah kot. Okay, however still lah ada motherboard yang support IDE. ataupun kita panggil PATA. Okay, parallel ATA, PATA. So biasa kalau ada dia dekat bawah sini lah. Okay, kat kawasan tengah-tengah ni, PATA. Okay, ni adalah ini. So ini adalah chipset juga. Okay, so ini terpanggil sub-bridge. So macam saya kata tadi, so sub-bridge contain controller. Okay, such as hard disk controller, serial port controller, parallel port controller, or any kind of controller of your integrated port. Okay, so why? Because this chipset, okay, help the CPU, okay, help the CPU by performing a repetitive task. Okay, something that can be done repetitively, okay, will be performed by the chipset. And this one will be SATA. Okay, SATA connection. So this is the current standard. Okay, the current standard we are using either SATA or SSD. Okay, NKVE. Okay, so either one lah. Okay, so if you look here, so this is the SATA port. Okay, dia bentuk L shape kalau nampak. L, nampak bentuk L. Okay, so ini wajib buat dekat ujung sini So this one we call it as from panel connection or from panel connector. Yang tadi lah, yang power SW, power LED, HDD LED and reset. Okay, so semua akan berada di ujung sebelah sini. And then dia dah ada nama dia, kalau awak boleh tengok, nama dia dah ada. Tu power, itu reset, okay. Itu message, and ni lah untuk HDD and so on. Next N. So ini adalah FDD connection. Okay. FDD atau FDC. FDD ni adalah floppy disk drive ataupun FDC. Floppy disk controller untuk floppy disk lah. Memang tak jumpa dah nowadays. Memang dah tak ada dah orang menggunakan floppy disk. Okay. So inilah external USB connection. Inilah kalau siapa yang ada desktop komputer tu, yang ada port dekat depan komputer awak kan. So inilah dia masuk wire ni ke sini. Okay, kita panggil external USB connection. Okay, dia ada ini untuk yang 3.0 lah sebenarnya. Ini adalah CMOS battery. Okay, so CMOS battery provide backup power to the CMOS chip. Okay, kenapa? Sebab CMOS chip tu adalah RAM. So kalau ciri-ciri RAM dia tak boleh menyimpan data if there is no electricity. Okay, so those electricity is being provided by the CMOS battery. Okay, so ini adalah voltage regulator. Okay, voltage regulator. Okay, so voltage regulator ini yang nampak ni, to regulate electricity. Okay, to regulate electricity mean that to reduce the voltage of the, okay, to reduce the voltage to 3.3 volt. Okay, for the processor. Processor can only process or can only receive 3.3 volt. Okay, so the function of the voltage regulator is to reduce the power from 5 volt into 3.3 volt. Okay, boleh
Boleh, sir.
Boleh, sir.
Boleh Okay. Interconnect. Boleh tengok nama peripheral component interconnect Ada orang tanya soalan tu. Okay, so ini adalah BIOS. Okay, BIOS chip wajib ada dekat setiap komputer. Okay, BIOS chip lah yang akan menggerakkan komputer kita. Okay, dia akan inform OS kat mana beradanya hard disk, kat mana beradanya sistem memori, kat mana beradanya graphic card dan sebagainya. Without the system BIOS, your computer cannot function. Okay, so BIOS ni sebenarnya adalah software. Okay, dia basic input output system. So dia akan buat post lah sekali lah. Post ni ialah power on self test. Ini kita akan tengok dalam chapter sistem memori nanti Alright, so ini adalah transistor, kapasitor. Kapasitor. So ini adalah kapasitor untuk communication 1 and 0. Okay, simpan elektrik. Ini adalah network card ataupun LAN card ataupun RJ45, either one lah. Bahasa kita panggil ataupun Ethernet lah, biasa Ethernet. Okay, bukan internet, Ethernet ataupun network card lah, either one. Okay, ataupun network interface card pun boleh lah, NIC card. Okay, network interface card. So ini adalah transistor, okay, sama, okay, for the communication, amplify and switch electronic signal. So untuk di communicate digunakan transistor dan kapasitor. So ini adalah USB. So kita ada USB 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Yang bezakannya adalah kelajuan dia saja. Okay, USB. So ini adalah jumper. Okay, dia kecil saja, tak nampak lah biasa kecil. Okay, so jumper is used to set up your computer. Okay, untuk buat setting. To change the setting of your computer, we use jumper. So contoh jumper lah. Okay, so ini adalah postcard. Okay. So postcard to detect error on your computer during the post process. So contohnya awak buka komputer, so ada error. Okay, tak boleh masuk ke dalam window. So akan keluar nombor kat sini. Contohnya 1, 2. Keluar nombor. So we refer to the system manual and check what kind of error that been produced by your computer. So ini namanya postcard. Okay, and next adalah apa dia Y? Audio port. Ni nak habis sebenarnya. Okay, audio port lah, contoh audio port. Kita ada speaker, kita ada mic, kita ada woofer and so on. Dan last sekali adalah PCB. Okay, semua benda ni lah PCB. Printed circuit board ataupun motherboard ataupun integrated board, anything lah. So the main function is to house the CPU and allow all the device to communicate with the CPU. Okay, so that's all for today. Boleh masuk tak? Boleh nampak tak?
Boleh nampak sikit-sikit.
Okay, boleh nampak kan? Tak apalah, nanti saya akan sharekan baliklah video ni. So bolehlah refer balik pada video ni and then tengoklah komponen-komponen yang ada dekat motherboard. Okay, boleh
Boleh sir. Sir, nanti video ni sir akan hantar kat grup ke?
Saya akan hantar kat grup lah.
Okay.
Ya, ada apa-apa soalan? Saya dah start dah. Assignment ada soalan ke tak ada soalan assignment? Boleh Okay, saya repeat balik lah. Assignment kita ada 3. Okay. Assignment yang pertama ialah kena buat courseware. Okay. Assignment yang kedua, awak kena buat PC proposal. Okay. And then assignment yang ketiga, awak kena tunjukkan cara-cara nak buat OS installation. Okay. 3 assignment tu. So bolehlah cari awak punya rakan-rakan, awak punya group. Okay. Untuk proceed lah dengan assignment tu. Okay, boleh
Boleh sir.
Okay, and then satu lagi yang saya nak minta awak masuk tu boleh tak? Yang PTA punya tu, tahu tak pasal yang PTA tu? Yang e-book contest ke apa? Saya lupa tu. Mana PTA? PTA. Mana yang ni. Nampak tak skrin saya?
Tak
Tidak
nampak.
sir.
Hidup dulu sana patutlah pun. Sekejap saya share skrin ni lah. Stop presenting. Window. Tak ada ni. You future. Sekali ni Sekejap present now. Tab. Okay, tab. Betul lah. Okay. So nampak tak ini?
Nampak.
So kalau boleh awak join benda ni boleh tak? Okay, so nanti carilah e-book yang berkaitan dengan PC maintenance. And then awak follow lah apa-apa dia punya instruction Buat penganjur dia, fakulti kita. So kalau kita tak hantar penyertaan tu macam pelik lah pula lah. So boleh satu kelas hantar boleh tak?
Boleh sir.
Boleh so nanti lepas dah hantar tu bagilah kat Classrap URL video je lah untuk kita check lah. Okay, so nanti bila awak free-free sudah lambat lagi tadi tutup dia ke bulan 6 kalau tak salah saya. Okay, so boleh masuk pertandingan ni, nanti saya akan sharekan dalam group lah. Okay, so carilah e-book yang berkaitan dengan subjek kita lah, PC maintenance ke ataupun managing hardware and so on. Okay, boleh
Boleh sir.
Alright, so kalau tak ada apa-apa kita boleh bersurai lah kot tapi assignment tu boleh start buat jangan lupa assignment boleh start awal sebab kalau start lambat-lambat kan susah lah untuk awak score lah subjek ni sebab subjek ni kan dia memang teknikal. Okay, kalau tengok saya duk present tadi pun teknikal kan, semua teknikal. So dia awak tak boleh nak hafal tak, awak kena faham. So kalau awak nak hafal memang perlukan banyak masa lah untuk menghafal semua komponen-komponen tu. Okay, ada yang menghafal, ada yang berjaya menghafal tapi tak ramai lah. Okay, kalau dalam 100 tu mungkin seorang, dua orang dah macam tu saja. Okay, boleh
Boleh.
Alright, so kita jumpa next week. Jangan lupa buat assignment and then tengok yang saya tunjuk tadi lah. Okay, boleh Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.
Waalaikumsalam sir. Thank you sir.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Attendance jangan lupa sign attendance sampai pukul 5.